In Hollywood, some stories are predictable. Fame, decline, reinvention. But Gwyneth Paltrow's journey is not just a story of a star, it is the story of an era. The rise of prestige cinema, the evolution of celebrity entrepreneurship, the birth of the wellness economy, and the complicated power of influence in the digital age. She is an Oscar winner, a business founder, a lightning rod, a cultural symbol. This is the story of how she became all of them. Gwyneth Kate Paltrow was born into a world where art was the family business. Her mother, Blythe Danner, was an acclaimed actress. Her father, Bruce Paltrow, a respected television director and producer. Growing up between Los Angeles and New York, Gwyneth learned early what performance meant. The patience, the pressure, the relentless crafting of story. It wasn't unusual for a script to be sitting next to her breakfast plate, or for conversations about character and motivation to drift around the dinner table. It looked effortless from the outside. It wasn't, but it shaped her, and it made the acting world feel not like an escape, but like home. When she stepped into film in the early 1990s, the industry took notice. In C7, she delivered emotional weight in a small but unforgettable role. In Emma, she carried a classic heroine with charm and wit. And then came the turning point. Shakespeare in Love changed everything. As Viola de Lesseps, Paltrow was radiant, intelligent, and emotionally precise, offering a performance that critics praised and audiences adored. The role earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress. Overnight, the daughter of Hollywood insiders became Hollywood royalty herself. But with prestige came pressure, with fame came scrutiny, and with opportunity came a question that would define the next part of her life. Is acting enough? The early 2000s brought major change marriage to musician Chris Martin. The birth of two children, the death of her father, a heartbreak that reshaped the emotional geography of her life. Paltrow stepped back from the industry's relentless cycle. She appeared in selective films, Sylvia, Proof, The Royal Tenenbaums, but her priorities were shifting. While many wondered if she was pulling away from acting, something else was happening beneath the surface. A quiet reorientation, a new curiosity emerging, a reinvention brewing. In 2008, Gwyneth Paltrow stepped into a very different kind of film universe. Iron Man, and with it, the birth of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. As Pepper Potts, equal parts steady, witty, and grounded, she brought heart to a franchise that would soon dominate global box office history. This role introduced her to an entirely new generation, proving she could balance prestige roots with blockbuster appeal. But something much bigger was happening in her life that same year, something that would eclipse even Marvel's global reach. In her kitchen in London, Paltrow wrote a simple newsletter. Recipes, reflections, travel tips. She called it, somewhat playfully, Goop. What started as an intimate exchange with readers soon evolved into a digital platform, then a retail brand, then a full-fledged wellness empire. Goop became a vision of lifestyle. Clean eating, curated beauty, spiritual exploration, luxury minimalism. Paltrow wasn't just endorsing products, she was creating a brand philosophy. But with expansion came questions, and with questions came controversy. The wellness industry is vast, ungoverned, and ripe with ambiguity. Goop's products, some beloved, some bizarre, drew criticism from medical experts, journalists, and regulators. There were lawsuits, settlements, viral jokes, Saturday Night Live sketches, debates about science, privilege, and responsibility. Yet controversy didn't slow the brand down. It amplified it, because in the attention economy, notoriety is still currency. And Gwyneth Paltrow became a symbol of the paradox at the heart of modern wellness. Aspiration meets skepticism, influence meets accountability, belief meets branding. In 2023, Paltrow found herself at the center of a televised courtroom spectacle. A ski collision lawsuit in Utah the world watched. Every expression became a meme, every phrase dissected. She won the case. But the trial highlighted something deeper, how celebrity magnifies even the most ordinary moments into global theater. At the same time, her voice during the Women Me Too movement added gravity to her public identity. When she spoke about her experience with Harvey Weinstein, she became part of a collective reckoning that changed the entertainment industry forever. So how will Gwyneth Paltrow be remembered? As the Oscar-winning actress who defined late 90s romantic cinema? Gwyneth Paltrow didn't just build a career, she built a narrative, one still being written, a story of ambition, reinvention, and the complicated power of influence in a world that never stops watching.